Hello, my name is Dr. Bill Noz. Today we'll explore how, by overcoming your self-doubts, you can put yourself on the path to a fulfilling life. Some doubts are reasonable and normal. You lack good information, you figure out what to do, you act on the information that you have. Self-doubting is different. You'll repeatedly doubt your ability to cope. Your judgments and your decisions will reflect that negative mindset. If you are a self-doubter, you'll feel unsure of yourself, and you'll spend too much of your time having trouble making up your mind about both big and small matters. You'll tend to second-guess yourself, hesitate, worry, and feel miserable. You'll avoid prudent risks. You will probably put yourself down for your faults, for feeling held back, and for missing out on so many of the good things in life. If you are in this self-doubt, self-downing trap, rather than stretch for successes, you may run hard to avoid failures. You may retreat into dark places in your mind where you think and act as if you can do nothing right, and then feel driven to avoid criticism by remaining hidden. If you find yourself somewhere between this running to avoid failure or retreating to avoid criticism extreme, you'll avoid stretching for successes. You'll settle for crumbs while others eat cake. Does this sound like you? If it does, what can you do? Here's some good news. Even small positive changes in what you do can feel encouraging. The results can inspire stretching for more. Let's look at two startup techniques for getting out of the self-doubt, self-downing trap. Then I'll describe a self-doubt paradox. First, don't blame yourself for your doubts. It's not your fault. Millions of others do the same. This tells you that the tendency to self-doubt is part of the human nature of a very large group of people. While it is not your fault that you have a tendency to doubt yourself, if you want to stop feeling so unhappy, it is your responsibility to act to do better. Here is the second step that involves making a radical shift in the way you think about making decisions and taking risks. You can't change your height, your age, or what you thought about yourself when you were 6 years old. You can change beliefs that hold you back, such as I must only make perfect decisions. Good luck on that. Instead of putting your self-worth on the line with every equivocated decision, look at decisions as experiments. When you experiment with making reasonable decisions, you'll learn what works, what doesn't, and what you need to do to make adjustments. This is a no-failure approach to self-development. You are not judging yourself, you are judging the results of your experiments. What are these experiments like? They are what most non-self-doubters would do without hesitating. They are stepping stone experiments to discover more about what you can do. They are confidence boosters. Here's a few examples. Display artwork you created so others can see it. If you wear drab clothes, wear something more fashionable and colorful. If you want to learn about the history of the world or explore another academic interest, take a college course. When you have the opportunity to stand up for your rights, calmly do so. For example, if your meal is not what you ordered at a restaurant, rather than accept it with a slight nervous smile, ask for what you ordered. Then examine the results. What did you learn? What did you have reinforced? By doing a no-failure experiment a day, you may discover that you can cope and that you can build self-confidence. By trying this no-failure experiment, you may discover a paradox, or something that contradicts what you once believed. Here is the self-doubt paradox. As you smother yourself in self-doubts, you'll think more and more about what you believe you can't do and why you can't cope with this or with that. Other than what you don't like about yourself, you'll learn very little about yourself. The no-failure experiment can give you a different perspective. You'll learn more about what you can do, what doesn't work for you, where you truly can trust your judgments, and where you can't. Instead of mulling over what you can't do, you'll learn more about what you can do, and you'll learn a lot about your true self. You choose the path.